offense set on first down. From the gun. Give on the inside. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Pocket starts to collapse. Setting up the screen.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the offense on first down. The option look. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Oh, picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. The 20. Inside the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Gamecock. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires left. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Bringing it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. UNLV rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf.
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
A first down for the offense. The give to the lone running back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about, I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he can be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
That makes the score Jacksonville State 21, Troy 0.
The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on O. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Unleashes one deep. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They'll throw it on first down. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Forced out of the pocket. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up, getting a big stop.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Now on the option. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David. Chip shot, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break. Going for it all. And the ball is picked off. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. 2nd interception in as many drives. This quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
Finds his big tight end. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. He wants to throw. Lofts one high and deep. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. On second down, he'll let it fly. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Jax State Troy 0.
And the Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be knocked down.
And the Troy offense will take over. First and 10.
Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. Here comes the option. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Unloads it left. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. He gets it away from his own end zone. He takes it at the 45. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on O. They'll run the counter. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll go to the ground. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Gamecock. And the stomping has commenced. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
this offense. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Complete downfield. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Right down the middle. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Gonna let it fly. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. He'll pull it down and run. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the 1st down. Just so hard to defend.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Working on the right. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the 1st down. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And the Gamecocks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Slams it ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Jacksonville State 38, Troy 0.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Third and goal, where the strong come through.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They're trying to slam it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And the punishment has been extended.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. It's complete to the left. At the 35, he's got room. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Leaves it with the running back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. It's complete on the right side. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
They'll try to pop the draw. And that's a very productive 1st down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
And the runner is down, and so is the flag. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on second down. From the gun, the ground game. Across the 25, he's got room. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone.